Welcome to Good Mythical More. If you work or know someone who does, then this more is for you because you don't want to be that person who does the thing that is a faux pas.
But first,
especially the worst one.
A random disturbing fact.
All right, let's hear it.
Climate change is making spiders bigger.
What?
That's right. Scientists have known for almost a decade that climate change would impact spider populations. A 2009 study showed that a warmer Arctic with earlier springs and longer summers can make wolf spiders both larger and, because larger spiders can produce more offspring, more abundant. Great. Something else to be excited about.
Are they big enough to eat wolves? Oh, that would, I mean, aren't you glad that spiders aren't as big as wolves? I am.
Yeah, I think about that every day.
I don't like a spider.
I'm so thankful for that.
I don't love a spider, but you know they eat insects, right?
They do. You're not really supposed to kill them when you find them. You're supposed to let them do their job. Man, what an exciting turn!
I am just, you know,
there's so much adrenaline flowing through that.
It's hard to catch a fish, you know, when the competition heats up.
It makes you think if you got like two seasoned professional athletes who come from some
maybe former professional athletes,
who come from some discipline where it's all about like hand-eye coordination, like two incredible basketball players. Like, would it just never end? But you have to think that the person who can do the catching is like, as the ability of the flopper increases, the ability of the catcher increases. It feels like it's going to happen, right?
Right.
I mean, are we going to have like a never-ending catch the fish with granddad tournament?
I hope so. Like that Michael Chang tennis match.
Yeah, that
who was he against? He got so tired he had to serve underhand.
That's a really good question.
And this is like freaking Wimbledon. Wasn't that wild?
Michael Chang and who? Who was that? No one.
Remember that, Stevie?
Except us.
I have nothing to add to that. I'm sorry.
Well, when we
name a professional tennis player.
Well, he just said that one.
Okay, name one professional
Serena
tennis
Williams.
player. Hey, all right, okay, all right.
Who did she say? Yvonne Lindell?
She said Serena Williams. Boris Becker.
You only said one.
John
you only
McEnroe.
said I needed to name one. That's a good one.
So that was 1992. Stefan Edberg.
Andre Agassi.
But he lost, right? Michael Chang won.
Pete Sampras. Rafael Nadal.
Oh. So Michael Chang was serving underhand and he lost.
It was the deal.
Okay, let's talk about the same thing now.
Oh, okay.
And let's talk.
Oh, we're doing a show?
Yeah. Okay, so workplace faux pas.
I was just naming tennis players.
We're gonna do a single elimination tournament of our own here. Cooking stinky food versus stealing food from the fridge.
Stealing food from the fridge is
I would never do that.
Is an offense. I mean, this is like
I know I did it to Tim, but it was for the show.
Yeah, I don't think that counts. I mean, let's just move past that.
Thank you.
But stealing food from the fridge is
tempting.
This is like premeditated, and I mean, the stinky food thing, sometimes you don't know it's going to stink that much. It's temporary. Like, this is lasting.
Premeditated. Like, you think that people who steal fridge from the food, they go to the fridge. I mean, food from the fridge.
They're at home, and they're like, I'm not even going to pack something today because I'm going to steal something.
Yeah, it's premeditated. It starts in the morning.
It's not, I thought you meant like there was an initial look, a pass by. They close the fridge, they go sit down, they think about it.
I'm just saying that ruins, like, if you take someone's food, they don't get to eat it.
Right.
This is true, yeah.
From an ethical standpoint, there's more moral damage in that situation. Whereas this is like, oh, it's stinky, it ruined an afternoon. I mean, this...
Maybe nothing will top that.
Yeah.
Could leaving a mess in the bathroom top it?
It looks like we got some, what I'm thinking is maybe some dookie on the bowl, and then somebody tried to do one of those tank dumps and got some dookie on the tank too. So we got dookie in two places.
That's called an upper decker.
Right. Mm-hmm. So this is a real mess we're talking.
You're still in like commentator cadence. Oh, that is called an upper decker. Yes, right.
If this is exactly how you're leaving a mess in the bathroom, this may be worse than that. I mean, you've tried both places?
If you've got dookie on the toilet at work, especially at a place of business our size, like, it's one thing if you work at a giant corporation with like thousands of employees and people you don't even know, but like
you know everybody.
Here, Like that Dookie, somebody's Dookie. You know that person. You're gonna talk to them.
I went into
that's horrible.
I went into that bathroom and
let's talk about it.
Down here, there was some sort of staining down here on the neck of the toilet.
The neck, you call that? I call that the base.
Maybe
the foot.
The base. I don't know how it got there, but I didn't look at it too closely.
It's
but
a lower decker.
It could have been, it's a lower. It could have been Dookie down there. It was
how?
I don't know. Maybe I think just. It was like someone
put their a dirty foot.
Did somebody put their feet up on it?
Yeah, it's a dirty foot. Somebody got
because
mud
there's
on their feet.
They were trying to do what's the poop stool?
Squatty potty.
Squatty potty.
Yeah.
But we had those for a bit, but then they just looked dirty.
Yeah. Nobody wants to.
I think someone tried to simulate a squatty potty by putting their feet on that, and it was like they had stepped in. Whoever did this. Did anybody else see this?
Absolutely not.
I didn't clean it up.
I never get that low.
I
can't see the bottom of the toilet. It just doesn't happen.
Sometimes I hinge really far when I'm down there.
Hinging for what? Oh, you hinge when you're on the toilet?
Yeah, it's kind of just like
trying to get something to loosen up.
Trying to pump it out. Hinge.
Wow.
Are we saying this is actually worse because it's just so gross?
Painted a bad picture of it.
Let's just say it.
I don't know. To me, it can be accidental.
But you got to clean that up. And that's worse than stealing somebody's food, just by that much.
Yeah, maybe here at a place of work like this.
What you got for us next? Getting too drunk at the holiday party.
No one's ever done this.
Never happened.
Yeah.
At a Mythical holiday party. It has happened.
Okay, I'll just say
multiple times.
My wonderful wife Jessie, she got as drunk as she has been, maybe ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because she never gets drunk.
Which holiday party was this? Which year?
I don't know.
Where were we?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You weren't with her?
So all I remember,
you just ditched her.
We had some good holiday parties. So obviously it was pre-pandemic, but it was like
the
drinks were so good. No, she wasn't. She did not do anything embarrassing at the party. You would not have known. First of all, I think my wife is drunk often when she's not because she's got that kind of personality. Like she's just like she's an oversharer. She laughs at everything.
She stumbles and she steps on people's feet.
She falls down everywhere. So I didn't think anything of it at the party. But what I was thinking myself was I had 4 cocktails, which is a lot of cocktails for me. But those cocktails at this particular holiday party were A, really, really good, and B, really, really strong. I'm a big man, 220 pounds.
Homeboy got drunk.
4 cocktails, and I was like, this is more intoxicated than I would like to be at our holiday party, right?
Not a good look for the Redster.
And I was still in control, but I was like, man, this is hitting me real hard. Obviously, I'm really glad that we do like the Lyft in Uber codes or whatever we had done that year. I was not planning on driving at any point. But then Jessie gets into the car and she's like, whoa. And I'm like, how many drinks did you have? And how many cocktails did you have? And she said, 4. And I was like, I'm twice your size, and I feel like this. And she was like, yeah. She got home and just felt horrible. Yeah. Like she had a real tough time going to sleep.
You know what? As long as you don't.
But she took it home with her. She didn't do anything embarrassing there.
As long as you keep it within yourself, you know what? As long as it doesn't turn into somebody else's situation.
But we're saying too drunk. I'm saying a situation where you get too drunk, you share something that you shouldn't.
Yeah, but as long as you don't infringe on somebody.
No, I'm saying that when somebody does infringe. I'm saying let's just say somebody does infringe.
Well,
I'm just saying somebody does something they can't take back.
I'm just saying it probably just gets a little embarrassing for them as long as they don't do anything inappropriate to somebody else, which I'm not going that far. This ain't as bad as that.
You think Dookie on the toilet is
It's
worse?
An honest mistake.
Well, a lot of times getting this
it's
turn
not
to
a
that.
mistake in the bathroom. You think someone is like purposeful?
Not cleaning it up.
Link is really, really upset about this Dookie on the toilet thing.
It's up here.
I mean, you're right.
That's your problem to clean up.
Yeah, you might even hit that when you're touching the handle.
we've all gotten too drunk somewhere.
But this could be a 2-for-1. If you get too drunk at the holiday party, your toilet might end up looking like that later. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay,
now,
well,
if it's getting too drunk at work.
Okay, I'll say once again, but just leaving the mess in the bathroom is not that big of a deal. We've got to find something worse.
Not using headphones.
Yeah, there we go. We found it.
Couldn't be it. Not using headphones. I mean, back in my cubicle days, I was guilty of not using headphones. I just had one office mate.
So for what kind of stuff?
And I was listening to internet radio back when that was a big thing. And
did your office mate care?
Well, it was like background music, and he was okay with it. He said he was okay with it. But then I left to go to a meeting, and it stayed on. And then something weird happened, and it started playing this. When I came back, he was upset. And it was like playing like the rock and roll or something.
Well, does he not understand how to operate?
He said he didn't know how to turn off my laptop. And
how about close it?
He was an engineer who worked for IBM.
I don't know. Yeah, they never told me. Now, does this happen?
But it ain't
in
that
the
bad.
bullpen area of Mythical Entertainment? I haven't seen any offenders. I mean, everyone's very headphoned up around here when it comes to that.
Right? Anybody want to throw anybody under the bus?
Any opportunity? It's just like, yeah. Are you saying we all use headphones appropriately and no one's ever offended?
I just said it's happened.
Oh, it's happened. Okay, all right. That's all you want to share?
Yeah.
That's all Hitch wants to share. But it has happened.
Now, if you were to crap on somebody's headphones
That's a problem.
and not clean it off.
That's a real problem.
Okay. Leaving food in the fridge for too long. They put your name on there. Rhett would never leave food, period. I've never seen him leave food. There's food, he's eating it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do this. We have a pretty
system.
regular, like,
We have a Friday policy, right?
clean it out,
It's just-
right? Things get thrown away on Friday.
But if we didn't have, we have that for a reason. I guess this stuff could get pretty rancid. It could,
Yeah, but-
it could grow its own biome.
But if we're going by this particular scenario in which I did it, as you can see, it's well sealed. So if it's well sealed, I think we're okay. We're not okay, but we're not Dookie on the upper deck situation.
Yeah.
You might be right. This might be the worst thing you can do at work is to get Dookie on the toilet.
What you want to do now? What's this?
Setting meetings that could be emails.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
We got a little bit of a culture here.
Feels
of
like somebody's trying to
anti-meeting.
send a message.
Yeah, who wrote this one?
Somebody's trying to send a little message.
It's not, it's nice to be in a room together, just working it up, saying things that you could have said in an email.
I mean, sometimes meetings
Everybody loves everybody here.
lead to emails.
So it's nice to be there.
Sometimes emails lead to more emails. Sometimes emails lead to confusion.
How much longer until we're not using email at all? You think that's gonna? We have other tools here now between Slack.
You
and
hate email. You
Monday
made it very
and-
clear.
When is email just gonna go away? You think what's?
But
Is there a future there?
But what are you trying to? Like, how are people going to send, like...
I'm just thinking culturally, I think email is dying, and it will make its way into the workplace. So
being
there's
Not dying for me.
other tools.
What do you mean? It's dying.
I think it might be dying in your little personal space.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely for me, but kids
I think you want this to be a
don't
thing.
use email. Like the only
Well, but
like my kids get emails from their schools, but they don't
It's
use
not a
it.
kid communication system. They use like Snapchat or something, but you wouldn't like
But so
bring
much
Snapchat into the email workplace.
But so much of what used to be email has now moved to Slack. So
Okay.
I bet you there's more of that that's coming.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah.
The thing about, listen, it's highly entertaining, but my thing about Slack is that sometimes if you get a Slack and it has like a chunk of information that you need to read, process, and then like replied to. That's not what Slack is good for. That's no.
Yeah, I don't think it would be Slack. I'm just saying Slack took a portion of email. What's going to take the other portion? I think it's meetings. Yeah, it's like
really?
you get back. I'm sure there's workplace cultures out there that don't have email. There's got to be. There's got to be some forward-thinking, correct environment.
And have more meetings?
No, I was joking. I don't know. What do I know about this?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the solution is. Because, so, Stevie, what's the cutoff for a Slack? How many lines?
No, it's not about like amount of words used. It's about like information you need to process. Is it a single question? Great for Slack. Comment, update, great for Slack. Document in which there's a plan that's laid out?
Yeah, that's
not
an email.
good for Slack.
Well, that's a document. That's a Google document.
No, but
the
they Slack
context
the
for it
document. Yeah.
sometimes.
But the conversation around the document? I mean,
What?
this is not that big of a deal.
It's not entertaining. Yeah.
And then we have, what did you say? This is not entertaining?
Yeah.
Nobody cares about this.
No. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Eating on camera.
Well, now this isn't what we do. That's like a Nest surveillance cam right there. So this is eating. Is this eating a meal and going up to one of the security cameras?
What?
Like going.
I believe it's eating when you're in a video meeting.
I mean, I felt the need to turn my camera off, but I don't all the time. So I've done
I
that.
try to put my face on off screen when I take a bite, but then I bring it back in to chew.
I think it also depends on who's in the meeting. You know, like if it's like an internal meeting, it's like,
Yeah.
What's worse though? What about somebody who
At least mute, if you're me.
exercising while in a meeting? We don't have a lot of that here,
We used to have
Like
one
Nordic track?
person that
but I'm thinking
would
about
walk around in circles, and I did find it very distracting
Well,
while in meetings with him.
I think this is a good time for me to run something by you guys.
Okay.
I really don't want to be that middle-aged guy
But
who
it's so
has a
easy.
treadmill under his desk. I don't want to be that guy. I know how you think about him. But like,
So
there's
you're-
just so much research to suggest that just walking a number of times throughout the day is just so good for you.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so good for you. So I'm having a difficult time not getting one of those treadmills that's like
Just
literally.
for you or for all employees?
Well, I'm starting with me. I'm setting the example.
Of course. Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's setting an example.
But, okay, again.
But so then what would you do?
Well, I'm going to give you more information
Okay.
that might help contextualize this. So, as you know, I watch a lot of internet videos. I listen to a lot of podcasts. In the world of middle-aged dudes who are like consuming this type of information, one of the latest things, of course, is this: how important Zone 2 exercise is. Right. So this is basically like not too crazy intense. And you're supposed to do like several hours a week, and it's incredible for your health. And Zone 2 is like when you are
Walking the dog?
you're able to walking the dog. You're not going to get to Zone 2 unless you're going up a hill. Zone 2 is when you can still talk, but it's not super easy to talk. Like that's a good rule of thumb. Like
Well, that's great for a meeting.
you could tell someone. And so again, I was watching this doctor who's all about this Zone 2
was hard to
thing,
say.
and he was saying how he takes his meetings in Zone 2. And I was like, this guy's got to be the most annoying person to have a meeting with. But then I was like, I kind of feel like I should be him or be like him. So you're going to be talking to somebody, and he's like, yes, you can tell when somebody's in Zone 2 because now they don't sound like that, but they might sound like this. Okay, but Bill, you got a real good point there. But have you thought about this? Have you thought that maybe next quarter we could do things a little bit differently? So, Stevie, if I start talking to you like that in meetings, really, because I know,
Are you going to be on the treadmill at your desk when we're meeting in your office?
I think I won't be doing that. I think this is like a Google Meet, a Zoom call, but I'm breathing a little bit heavy. Maybe I'm glistening a little bit, but I'm still listening, and I'm going to live longer, most importantly.
Yeah, I don't know if we want that.
Good Mythical Evening is coming up real fast. We're going to be live on August 24th at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Tickets available now at goodmythicalevening.com.